All right, and I'm looking in the camera and seeing this is the worst angle ever to show this. So join me this week as I show you how to make a bird bath to go in some of those cute gardens and patios that I'm seeing a lot of you are making for your 18-inch dolls. This is, for the most part, really inexpensive and a lot of fun to make. So join me and see how easy and fun this is to do. All right, now this project, I will admit right up front, I'm making it up as I go. So I've never done this. I just got the idea the other day. So I picked up a few things while I was shopping. I picked up this water glass at Dollar Tree. It's plastic. Everything in the project that I'm using today is plastic or otherwise unbreakable. If you want to do it with glass, that's up to you. So I've got that. I've got one of these saucers. This I just got in the regular garden center when I was shopping, and it's made to go underneath your potted plants like out on your patio. This was of course $1 at Dollar Tree. This was $1.99, I think, and then it was no more than $1.99. And then I've got a package of these 8 round plates from Dollar Tree. So we're going to use one of those. You'll need some glue that will hold plastic together, and I just got this new tube of epoxy glue, so I am going to play with it. So let me see if I can get it open without cutting my fingers. It's open. All right, and surface of the sandpaper, cut off tip of each nozzle with a sharp blade. Slowly apply a small amount to both surfaces. Okay, so I am going to start, oops, by taking this out. This comes with the nozzle holder right in there. Is that? Yeah. I'm actually going to mix it right on the base where I'm going to use it. I'm hoping I can get this centered pretty well. I'm going to put this on this direction. A little more. Whoa, I'm leaking on my table. And be warned, epoxy glue smells really, really bad. But I find the stuff that really holds plastic together does tend to smell pretty bad. So. And it just happens that those little strips are just about in the right spot for this. Now we are going to make another pool. Put up here on the top. See if I can get that on. Not so much. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. We are going to paint all of this, so let's see if that's, hopefully that is straight. I'm going to find something like a container of paint or something to set on top of this. I'm going to go wash the glue off my fingers before I stick to everything, and we're going to let this dry. And when it's dry, I'll be back. All right, so our glue is dry. I'm going to try and be a little quiet. My son's asleep in the next room. So now we have this combination, this odd combination. It's going to stand like this. And I think it's going to look really cute. It comes up to just below the doll's hip. So if you want to make yours taller, just add another glass. I'm making this to kind of resemble the bird bath we have in the yard, which is a shorter one. So now we need to make this not look like plastic. I thought for sure when I went to the store that I had a gray primer. I don't. But I have this Krylon paint. It's a satin in a pebble color. Now this is not designed for plastic. And if you're going to handle your bird bath a lot, I would recommend using a spray paint made for plastic. Since I don't have one and I need to get this done before it gets any hotter today, because part of this step is going to take all day to dry anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I know mine won't be handled a whole lot. So I'm going to coat so it all looks pebble colored. I'm going to do this outside. Then I picked up the Krylon Make It Stone textured paint. This is kind of a grayish color. I left the lid out in the other room, I'm sorry. This is called Black Granite, and I tried it over a couple of different base coats yesterday, and I think this is going to look the best. It would have looked best over gray. This takes, the only downside to this is, this has to sit like 5-6 hours before you can handle it. It takes that long to dry. So, next time you see the bird bath, it will be painted with both of these products, and it will be, we'll see if by that time I'll know if I'm going to do another step, because like I said at the beginning, I'm figuring this out as I go. So when I come back, it'll be painted. All right, so this is now dry. I missed a spot there, but that's okay. I put, I think, 2 coats of the pebble color on it, and either 2 or 3 of the Make It Stone. I brought the lid. Oh, here's the lid. Here's what the lid looks like for the Make It Stone, and I really like this over the pebble. I think it's really good. Just be careful that you don't have a lot of dripping. Do spray paint outside, obviously. And if this is going to be handled a lot, like with kids playing with it, I would use a different spray paint that was made for plastic. I didn't do the bottoms, so you can see. Now, we're going to put water in this. This is totally optional, but I'm going to put some water in there. Now, I don't care about my table surface. If you care about your table surface, put a protective something down, like a no-stick mat or even some freezer paper or something, but this is my work table. I use this to work on in this room, so I don't care. And always wear gloves when you're doing resin. It's really important. Now we're using a 2-part resin. This is Easy Cast. You buy it at the craft store. This one doesn't smell too bad. I don't have any problem with it. You need equal parts of the 2 parts. So what I did was I went in and measured up on my little plastic cups, and I am going to, as carefully as possible, get the same amount. Now, if you get this where you don't want it, you can clean up very, very quickly with rubbing alcohol. That will clean it up. Now, I used this earlier to do some more resin in, so I'm just going to use the same cup I used earlier. A lot of times if I'm doing resin twice in the same day, I'll use the same cups. Now, if you don't get this mixture balanced, your part A and your part B, with the right amounts, with the same amounts in both sides, it won't harden up. It will remain sticky. If that happens, what I have been told, I have not tried it, but I have one piece that I need to do it on because I do have one that's kind of sticky on the top. is make a second batch and just coat with a fresh batch. I'm gonna have to stand up here. And we don't want to go too deep. The stuff does get warm as it dries. Get it thoroughly mixed and pour it in. Now we're not filling this up like you would water. We're just making it look like it's got water in it. My cup was starting to leak. Right, put the stuff down in the trash can under my table. Yeah. I'm going to tip and coat the bottom. And kind of coat up the sides a little bit. That will give it the appearance that you've got more resin in than you do. Now, I'm going to throw these away and take my gloves off so I can do my camera. Now, we've got not too many bubbles. I will probably come back with a straw and blow at the bubbles as they rise. Turn this a couple more times. Yeah, it's fine. And that needs to sit now for 12 hours. So for 12 hours from now or later, I'll be back and we'll take a look at our finished bird bath. Alright, so this has continued to cure overnight. It's fairly not tacky. It will continue to cure for, I think, a couple of days before it's all the way cured. But I think this turned out really cute. Be sure and check the blog post. And I'll get some photos of this probably here in the house in front of the front door set because it's too freaking hot to go outside to do that. But I love how this turned out. Oh, and I did have to do a second pour on my resin off camera because it's a little, the base didn't stay completely flat. It kind of flared down, if you understand what I mean. So the center was not covered. So I've got a little more in there than I showed on camera. But this is a super cute, super fun project. The water part is totally optional. You could do this and not put the water in, or if you've got another way to do water that you like to do, you know, whatever you want to use for water in it. But I think it'll be really cute and a really neat little prop. And I've seen so many of you are making, like, you're doing like gardens and patios for your dolls in conjunction with either a dollhouse or whatever. So I thought this would be really cute to go in those. So I hope you enjoyed the project. Check us out on Facebook. The link is in the description box. And be sure and check the blog post, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.